What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Today, a little bit of a news and trade rumor update, a little bit of a trade talk, a little bit of news talk, because the NHL has opened up their media days, their training camps are getting started, so that means our Toronto Maple Leafs are going to have some news and some rumors. So if you guys are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. Also, it's the last few days for the Manscaped ad. Now, they gave me a trial run for a month to see if I can get enough people to sign up, grab some stuff from Manscaped. Use my code APH for 20% off and free shipping. The more that you guys order from there, potentially could give me a full-time sponsorship with them, and then I can, do this kind of thing full-time. So if you were going to order something, please do so today. You've only got a couple days left. Use code APH for 20% off and free shipping. I do appreciate you guys, but let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's get into the real stuff here, what you came for, because the Leafs Media Day opened, and there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of talk going on, and of course, when you get into camp, there's always injury updates, and we're going to knock on wood, because we've been hearing that mostly everybody's healthy, but there's been two guys that have been notably not healthy and are going to be on LTIR again for this season, and that's Jake Muzzin and Matt Murray. Now, the Matt Murray update is a little bit more of the focus here, because before I get too much into those quotes, there was a lot of talk that the Maple Leafs just told Matt Murray to, sit out and go on Robidaw Island, as a lot of people like to say. But this isn't the case. Matt Murray is actually injured, and, I'm not going to lie to you guys. At one point, I thought potentially, that the Leafs might have been fudging and messing around with this story a little bit to clear some cap space. But Matt Murray is legitimately injured, and they're not talking about what the surgery is going to be. But Matt Murray will be having major surgery in the next week, according to Brad Treliving, when he opened up the start of training camp today. And then he also said we're not necessarily focused on timeframes right now. This is months, not days or weeks. So the Leafs had originally announced in July that he would be on LTIR, but now it looks like it's been backed up by him having major surgery. So I do wish Matt Murray the best. And, for his privacy, they've asked for this story for them not to go digging for more details, because, it's for his privacy. It's for the privacy of his family and whatnot. So let's just hope that he gets better. And maybe after the trade deadline, the Maple Leafs will be bringing him back at some point, or when the playoffs open. We'll have to see, but I don't think he'll really see the ice, if anything. And he'll probably get sent down for some minor league stuff, and the Leafs will just keep him there. Excuse me, as long as he won't count against their cap, they'll probably just keep him there. But if we're also going to be quickly mentioning Jake Muzzin here. Now, Jake Muzzin will remain unavailable to the team this season. Muzzin's only 34. He appeared in 4 games last season due to a back injury, and has a history of concussions as well. Now, the Muzzin thing really sucks, because they just announced he probably won't play hockey this year. I think we can pretty much say that Muzzin's career is over. At 34 years old, it's just terrible, because technically, he was only 32 when the serious stuff started happening with him. And for people that maybe don't really remember how good Jake Muzzin was for the Maple Leafs, there was a time where Jake Muzzin was legitimately carrying this blue line. Morgan Rielly was there, and he was playing well and putting up good numbers offensively, but carrying the defensive load was Jake Muzzin. He was the first big name that the Leafs brought in to revamp this blue line to help Morgan Rielly, and he was very good. So just imagine a healthy Jake Muzzin on this team right now. This team would be significantly different. You would basically replace the John Klingberg cap hit with Jake Muzzin's cap hit, and your top 4 changes to Rielly, Brody, Muzzin, McCabe. That's a lot different, and especially because Muzzin was really good on both ends of the ice. So it's really unfortunate, and I'm wishing him all the best. I just want him to be with his family and be healthy. That's all that matters now. Hockey is something that we like to talk about, and that we have fun talking about, but family stuff is much more important. So I'm wishing the best for Jake Muzzin. Taking a quick break to let you guys know about the sponsor of this video, Manscaped. Hockey season is coming up, and we all know it's important to stay fresh and protected on and off the ice. And well, Manscaped is here to help us do that. I've got the Performance Package 4.0 with me. I've even got my travel bag, and it's perfect for the dressing room. Inside holds the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. It features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to help reduce accidents down there using its advanced skin-safe technology. It's also waterproof and has an LED spotlight for a more precise shave. Next up is a game changer, and that is the Weed Whacker Nose Hair Trimmer. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and has proprietary skin-safe technology. That's going to help nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose holes. You're also getting the Crop Preserver below the waist deodorant and Crop Reviver below the waist toner. And like I mentioned earlier, Manscaped threw in 2 free gifts with the Performance Package 4.0. That is the Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Get 20% off and free shipping with my code APH at manscaped.com. That's APH for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Now back to the video. Now, the next couple news articles have to do with William Nylander. One is going to be a trade rumor, and the other one is going to be news at a camp, which kind of like makes the two statements a little bit like back and forth. Not really sure which one, I'm not really sure what I should believe in terms of the rumor stuff. Again, you'll understand when we get to it, but the first bit is news from training camp, and that's Willie is going to start at center at camp tomorrow, and that's according to Sheldon Keefe. He also gave him a little bit more of a confidence boost by saying, like, look, Willie can do whatever he sets his mind to. So there's a lot of opinions coming out about this, and I have a few of my own. First of all, William Nylander did play center quite a bit before coming to the Maple Leafs, and he is good at it. But the problem is that the Leafs have gone play center, and then it doesn't work, and then they go, oh, but 5 games later we'll put you back on the wing. But maybe 5 games later we'll put you at center. You can't do that. And we've seen a little bit of a flash of brilliance from him at center when he played with Nazem Kadri in the playoffs a few years ago, and they looked really good together. But the problem is that they can't just like keep doing this for a few games and then go, well, we don't like it anymore. So there's that opinion. The other thing is that, are they trying to slow down his production in a contract year? Maybe he doesn't play as well at the center position. Again, I don't think they would want to do that, especially when they're trying to win a Stanley Cup. The other thing is Willie taking over Tavares' spot, or is Willie going to the third line? Because then that creates more depth, but I don't know what that does for William Nylander, unless you're putting him with like a Matthew Nyes and a Max Domi, or like, you know, giving him guys like maybe you get Nyes and Robertson on that third line with William Nylander. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's very intriguing to say the least that they're saying he's going to open camp at center. Does that just move Tavares to the wing? I don't know. Potentially it could. But if it's still going to be Matthews, Tavares, and then you have William Nylander, maybe even Tavares goes down to the third line. I have no idea. But this is just the first little bit out of camp, and there's already some big news, and that's kind of crazy. So we'll have to look into what goes on there. The other thing that I wanted to mention was a rumor that came out a few days ago that was from the Hockey News, and there's some good guys in here, like Lau Richardson, I believe, from the Hockey News was the guy that was reporting on this. But the Athletic's Jeremy Rutherford, who works on the St. Louis Blues side of things, was answering questions from fans about potentially what could have happened in the offseason with William Nylander and the St. Louis Blues. And I guess there was talks that there was a potential swap of Colton Parayko for William Nylander, and another offer that would have been Torrey Krug as the centerpiece. So Rutherford believes the ship sailed on the Nylander for Parayko swap a long time ago. He also doesn't see the Leafs having any interest in Krug, even if he were healthy. So here's the thing, guys. This is again a story of, okay, sure, maybe this is something that happened or that was talked about in the past, but if you love William Nylander or if you hate William Nylander, you have to understand one thing. He scored 40 goals last year. He's a young guy. He's on the last year of his contract. And teams have been calling. Like, he has a ton of trade interest. It's been reported by any notable reporter that you or myself like. He has tons of trade value. And again, if the trade makes sense, I've always said, do it. But this doesn't make sense. And this is another case of people maybe not watching these guys on a full-time basis like other teams, and I don't either. But I know enough about this situation because just because they have a name doesn't mean that they're good. And Torrey Krug used to be fantastic, one of my favorite players in the league to watch. Just an electric offensive defenseman that isn't afraid to hit anybody, no matter the size of the person. He was always in the mix. But I don't know if it's a good fit for the Leafs because he's getting hurt a lot, and that's another thing. Like, why do we want to wrap ourselves up in another guy that might not even play? And then Colton Parayko hasn't been the same as he was before he signed that big contract. And I still think he would be good, but you need better options. If you're going to trade a 40-goal young sniping winger like that, or now a centerman, you need to get more. And the Leafs and the Blues, this trade, this rumor, it doesn't make a ton of sense to me. So I would just kind of leave this one aside. I wouldn't really think too much of it because I don't really know if this is the way to go. I don't know if this one makes sense. So there's a little bit of news here, a little bit of rumors. I'm sure more stuff is going to come out of camp. I've got a really, really busy next few days. So I'm trying to pre-record some videos for you guys. So again, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. Also, again, you've only got a few days left to use my code APH at Manscaped for 20% off and free shipping. I would greatly appreciate that. It would help me immensely, and I want to make more content for you guys. So I love and appreciate you guys as always. 20% off APH at Manscaped, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Sound off about what I just talked about in here. Let me know about Willie at center, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about everything. All right? Peace.